God bless you. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will teach you how to prophesy the will of God for marriages. You are a man of God. Somebody came to you and said, Mr. A wants to marry me. Mr. B wants to marry me. Mr. C wants to marry me. Or a young man came to you and said, I see this lady, she is a nice lady. I think I've fallen in love with her. I think I want to marry this girl. I have seen also another girl. Please check for me. Yes, this is how they used to put it. They say, man of God, please check for me the will of God, the person I should marry. Okay? Please check for me the person I should marry. As a prophet, as a man of God, how do you handle this situation? Many times people of God make mistakes in marriage. One of the difficult things to do in life is to make mistake in marriage. But if you follow the instructions, the guide, the principles I will give you in this video, you will not make mistake. You will not. Yes, everything you say is going to be correct, accurately correct, 100% correct, and that very person will come back and testify. Many have married and they made mistakes and they regret, and the man of God told them to marry that person. Many have married and there was challenge. They came back to regret. They said, my prophet told me to marry him. My prophetess told me to marry him. Told me to marry her. All right, let's go into the video. How do you know that this person is a right man for him, the right man for her, or this man is the right man for her, or this lady is the right woman for him? Okay, first of all, you have to pray to God, okay, before you take this decision. Okay, apart from that, you have to tell your daughter coming to know the will of God, or your son that is coming to know the will of God for his marriage, to pray and fast. Okay, that is number one. You must tell that person to pray and fast. If not, there is a possibility that there will be mistakes. Anytime anybody pray and fast on something important, God does not allow them to make some mistakes. Okay, that is number one. Number two, how do you prophesy the right man to marry, the right woman to marry? Tell that person to bring a photo with them. Tell the young man to bring a photo with him, or tell the young woman to bring a photo with her. So I'm going to be breaking it down, telling you what to look out, how to point out danger signs, and how to know that this very person is going to be a good husband or a good wife. Okay, now make sure the person fast. That is number one. Number two, tell the person to bring a photo along. Okay, now when it comes to making decision, how do you now pick the right person for him or the right person for her? Okay, now first of all, I will give you, okay, in this video I will give you three ways of finding out. As a prophet, you want to find out the best person for him, the best person for her. Okay, the will of God. Confusion comes many times when there are 3 photos, 4 photos, or 5 or 2. So men of God may make mistakes. They will go into what is called puzzling. No, you don't have to go into puzzling. As a prophet, there must be something you have to see. Yes, there must be something you need to see that will point out the will of God for that very man. All right, the first thing to consider, number one, is ask that person whether this man goes to church, whether this person is a child of God. Ask the lady whether this man goes to church at all. Where did you meet him? Ask the young man whether this lady goes to church at all. The reason is because salvation of soul is very important. If the person is a non-believer and the person coming to you is a believer, please, there is a danger sign. Okay, there is a danger sign. A non-believer can easily cheat. A non-believer can easily lie. A non-believer can easily beat, be violent at home against the wife. So make sure you ask this person to tell you whether this person is born of God, a believer, a child of God, somebody that goes to church. It is important. Now I'll be telling you what to do, what to look at, what to point out when the person brings his photo, when the man brings her photo. Okay, when this person brings the photo to you, when this person brings the photo of the man to you, it may not be one, it may be just one, it may be 2, 3, 4 photos. Tell me who is my husband out of these 3. What do? The Holy Spirit of God is going to minister to you. I will tell you how. I will tell you how. The Holy Spirit of God is going to minister to you. Now, if the person brings the photo, because the person have fasted and prayed to know the will of God, there are some things the person is going to do that is not ordinary. There are some things that very person is going to do that is not ordinary at all. If the person brings you a photo of a man putting on red, that is a bad sign. Okay? Even if after making decisions, you said to the lady, don't marry this man wearing red, and the lady says, I must marry her, leave her alone. You have done your part. You have done your part. God knows you have done your part. If the person is wearing red, that is a bad sign. If the person is wearing black, all through black, that is also a bad sign. If the person is wearing red and black, that is also a bad sign. Okay? Don't advise the person to continue that relationship. The person may have many photos. Why did she choose the one the man was wearing red? It is not ordinary. It is God that made her to do it. If the person is wearing white, that is a good sign. If the person is wearing blue, that is a good sign. If the person is wearing green, that is a good sign. If the person is wearing brown is also a good sign. Are you there? I hope you are following. Make sure you take these things serious. It is not ordinary. Okay, these things are not ordinary. Now coming to number 3, how to find out the will of God for marriage. Somebody brought an issue and say, this person or this person or this person, who should I marry? Okay, number 3 is the voice of God in your spirit, the voice of God in your mind, in your heart. When you look at the photos and the voice of God says this one is okay, follow it. Okay, tell the person marry this one. Okay, tell that person marry this one. It is important you follow the voice of God in your heart. The voice of God in your heart is the highest. Yes, it is more accurate. It is more accurate. All of them can wear whites. All of them can wear blue. All of them can wear black. When all of them is wearing black, it doesn't mean God does not support any one of them. When all of them is wearing red, it can happen. It doesn't mean that God is saying no to all of them. Now, at that very point, you don't have to be confused as a prophet. You have to pray. Please make sure you are not in a hurry to give answers. Okay? Whenever somebody brings such a case to you, you don't have to make the decision then. You can tell the person to go and come back later. Okay, you don't take such important decisions in a hurry. Don't take such important decisions in a hurry. Now, this one is a bonus point. Okay, you can ask the person to tell you his dreams about the girl. You can ask the young lady to tell you her dreams about the young man. Okay, if the dreams are positive, it is also a good sign. If the dreams are negative, it is also a bad sign. Okay, you can also use dream by telling the person to pray and then ask God to show me in my dream the character of this man. If I marry this man, what is he going to look like? Mr. A. And then the person will have dreams. As long as that person prays that prayer up to 3 nights, God will show that very person the life of that man. What will happen is, there must be a dream. It may not come with the face of the man. It may come with the face of another man. If that young lady came to you and said, I had a dream, but it's not about him, you said, tell me the dream. And she came and said, I saw my neighbor fighting with her husband. It is that very man. I saw my mother and my father fighting in the dream. It is that very man. Okay, what happens is, God may not speak directly. God may use the things you know to communicate to you. What it means is, if you marry that man, if she marries that man, they are going to be fighting just like she have seen her neighbor fighting with the husband, just like she have seen her mom fighting with the dad. Okay, this is a wonderful topic. I hope the Holy Spirit of God will guide you. I want you to subscribe to this channel if you're watching for your first time. I love you. Thank you. Join us in the next video. Shalom.